Alright, this is Slow Rider coming to you live from the Northern California Sierra foothills. It's been a kind of a cold winter, not very snowy, but very cold, so haven't been doing a lot of riding, but we have, I just got back from about 150-mile ride from Sacramento up and around, and it was awesome, as usual, on the 2023 Ducati Diavel V4. So this is the beast. So this is the 15,000 mile review. So I've done all 15,000 miles on this beast, the Slow Rider here. So it's an awesome bike. So I was gonna go over a few of the mods I did. So far 15,000 miles. It's been very reliable. You know, this thing just runs like a top. Take it to work pretty much every day unless it's icy and snowing. I went to work this last Wednesday. I left my house, it was 32 degrees. A little bit of black ice, but man, this thing, it's fun. Just took it easy, but today's the first kind of day. It's like 40, 50 today, which was nice. I just layer up here. So let's just go over some of the mods. So in 15,000 miles, I've never gotten stuck anywhere or broke, or it always starts up the first time. And this is rider. I probably stalled it once, just taking off in first gear, but that was my fault, just one time. So it's really easy. I mean, it runs really good, I guess what I'm trying to say. So let's go over some of the mods. So I laid them out here so I'd remember. So I did all the mods myself. That's how Slow Rider rolls. So this is about 40 pounds here. So if you want to work out, you can do some bent over rows with this thing. But so that saves, I think it's about 25 pounds because I put on the Termingani exhaust, the titanium dragster exhaust. Let me just explain, this muffler is a catalytic converter. And what happens, it's got this butterfly valve here that opens and closes. So that causes a lot of back pressure to get more heat in here. So that, this is, I think, the front two cylinders and the rear two cylinders. So they come through here, and this is off. So really, it sucks a lot of horsepower out, and there's a servo in there that turns it on and off, depending on how the computer thinks it should be. And then it comes out this four barrel, this four barrel. It's kind of like a gun. So I mean, I kind of love it. I was just kind of think there's a way I could integrate that on, but we'll see. So basically what you get with the Termingani dragster exhaust, it's about $6,000. So I did the work myself. It took about 4 hours. It wasn't too bad. I have a video on how to do it if you look back at one of my old videos. You get about, the Moto Millions guys did it, the dyno test. So they got 7 horsepower across the whole RPM band, and then the max horsepower, I think it was like 10,500 RPMs, you get like an extra 10 horsepower. So it's noticeable power, and you get about 9 or 10 foot-pounds of torque extra across the whole band. So it's a noticeable, you notice it's more powerful right away. I mean, it's noticeable. It's not just in your head, you do feel it. And then also it's 25 pounds. This thing's pretty heavy. So if you subtract this and the new one's just titanium pipes. There's 2 that come out this side and 2 that come out the other side. And then this is a carbon fiber, so it's very light. There's just 2 pipes that come out. There's 2 pipes that come out that are cross-linked. So it's a pretty nice system. But anyways, and also as part of the Termingani dragster edition, titanium exhaust, it comes with the up map. So what that does is it retunes your bike to run with this exhaust. So it gets rid of the kind of the dumbing down because of the back pressure. So it injects more fuel and air. And it also shuts off the 2-cylinder mode. So this Slowwater's V4 here is always in 4. It's in 4-cylinder mode. So it makes it easier to ride, because when it switches over to in the stock bike, when it goes from 2 to 4 cylinders in traffic, you're working the controls. It's a little choppy. I'll be honest. I mean, it's okay, but when it's always in 4-cylinder mode, it's a lot smoother. And so so I re-up mapped it, and I did it without the, these come with there's 4 dB killers, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I took those out and I put the tune on it for the flow. And then I put the Sprint, this is the stock filter, but I put the Sprint synthetic P08 filter. You know, it goes in here. I have a video showing how to do that. It's 4 bolts, and you throw it in there. You just have to make sure it seats properly. But if you look at the filter specs from this one, you get 2.5 times the volume of airflow through your engine. So you're getting rid of this impedance and the input impedance, and you're retuning it. So you really feel the power. So it's a lot more powerful. And the main thing, it sounds really cool. So I'm not sure it comes out on the audio here, but it's got that. You feel it in your chest. They got that thumping, and it's definitely a head turner, street burner. So what I did is I kind of liked the way this looked. I didn't put the heat shield. This is just like a vanity heat shield piece. So that goes, I think it goes like that. Or like that. It goes something like that. Yeah, it sticks in here like that. But I didn't put this piece back in because I like the way it looks. Probably also I'd have to cut it a little bit because it looks like it hits there. But I'm gonna leave it like that. I think it looks cooler. I like it. I'm gonna polish this pipe and heat treat it, and so it turns that blue purple color. So that's my next little project. These are stainless steel headers, so I'm practicing on some other stainless steel because I don't want to I don't want to do it and mess up. So I have so this bike now has over 15,000 miles on it. Let's see, to be exact, it's got let's check the odometer here. What does it say? Okay, 15,062. So 15,062 miles. So I did all those. So when I got the bike, it had 5,000 miles on it. So I've done over 15 myself. And just as a note, this is the second set of tires here. I got my last ones at 6,500. So I'll probably order them now. So by 13,000 miles, I'll have another set of new tire. So that they last between 5,000 and 6,000 miles. And mine tend to, it goes down to the back, because I guess I'm on it a lot on the freeway. So I do a lot of engine braking, mainly. So this rear centerpiece wears down first. The sides are okay, and the front tire was okay, but I just replaced them both. So I just got 2 fresh pieces. So it was a little bit of wear, but it looked pretty good because I'm not like slamming the brakes on constantly. So I mainly control my speed with the engine braking. And then I run this thing in touring mode, which gives you the full horsepower, but you know, you got all the other anti-wheelie, you know, I don't do wheelies and stuff. So I keep that all locked down, so I'm not doing wheelies all over the place. Because if you see some videos, this thing will, if you turn that stuff off, it'll wheelie. I mean, so I that's no bueno. I don't want to slow it or don't play that game. So I got all the safety on, and then I have ridden it in the rain, and I don't use I'm not saying don't use it, but I don't use the wet mode. I just ride it in touring mode. I just take it easy. So it's been raining. I've been doing a lot of rain rides. I couldn't film any of those because it's just wet, and I don't want to ruin my camera. So one of the first, so that was my favorite mod, is the dragster exhaust. Man, it makes it sound how it looks, because I liked I like the 4-barrel exhaust, but it just didn't sound good for me. That's fine. The next thing I did, well, the first thing I did was when I first got this bike, I had 500 miles. I stopped at a red light. I was there for like 30 seconds and this car came and rear-ended me. So it rear-ended me here. That's why I don't have my my bumper. My bumper's over here. Here's all the pieces, and I did this myself too. So I took the bumper off. This is the sidearm that goes around the side on the other side that holds the bumper on like that. So that's that. Oh, it's this piece here. Yeah, so that broke. This is all bent and broke. And then these are my turn signals that got broken in half. I had them duct taped on there for like a little bit. So that was a bummer. So I took it into the dealership and they checked out the bike, and so it only bent, thank God it only bent this piece here. This is the piece that on the other side it bolts on the back there. So that was good. It wasn't broken. So what I did is I used the tail tidy. I got rid of it and I put the license plate on the side. I have another video that shows how to install that. And I installed the turn signals down here, and I put some extra ones on the side. So these turn signals, they blink and then they pulse. So they blink and they pulse. They have the progressive lights. So it's blink, pulse. It looks pretty cool. It's a flash and a, so if you're going to my right, it's a flash and a pulse, and then the left is a flash and a pulse. So it looks pretty cool, like a heartbeat. So that's what I did there. And then, so the tail tight, it just makes it look cooler. And also with this Termagant exhaust, this looks, I like it. You can see the tire more, you see the floating wheel, because the problem with this one, don't hurt my, this kind of sticks here. It sticks out. So it covers up, part of the wheel, like, so you don't see it. So, I mean, I just think it looks cleaner. That's what really attracted me to was bike was this 240 Rosso 3 Diablo tire. I mean, it's yeah, you just want to hug. It's like a pillow. You want to just sleep on it. This is the best part of the bike. So I love the tire, so you might as well show it off. And that's why I put the license plate over here. You could put it here, but it's facing straight down. And my neighbor's a CHP, and I showed him this. He said, "Yeah, this is good on the side because you could see it. If you can't see it, they're not going to like it. It just shows a lack of respect for the officers. You know, they got a hard job. You know, especially these days with all the stuff going on." But anyway, so then the next thing I did, let's move to the front of the bike. So I got rid of these. I call them the Mickey Mouse mirrors. I mean, they're nice, not Mickey Mouse in a bad way, but there's big Dumbo ears, I guess. So these sit here like this. I mean, they're okay, but they're in close, so I could only see. I got wide shoulders, so I could only see like a little bit of the mirror, like here, and I couldn't really see. So I got these Construction Racing Group bar end mirrors. Really nice, because they go, I run them out like this because I can see the whole, now I can see past my shoulders. The other mirrors were over here. These ones are farther over my shoulder. And then these are nice, you can move them around and they're fully adjustable. I really recommend those. I mean, it seems funny, but they're smaller, but you see more because they're out past your shoulders. Let me see, I think that's pretty much, and then, yeah, I did the up mat myself too. So that's part of the thing. So, I mean, just overall, 15,000 mile observations are that, it runs great. It's reliable. It starts up when it's hot, warm, or cold. I've ridden it through the heat, the dust, the rain, the sleet, the hail. driven it in icy conditions, which I don't recommend just because I had to. That was my bad. And then also it's just fun to ride. And my favorite part, again, I come back to is the quick shifter, is just the Ducati quick shift is awesome. And they've got it dialed in perfect. And I usually shift at about like 7,000 RPM or 8,000. Oh, and that's another thing you got to get used to. I mean, most people probably know this already, but with the Ducatis, especially this one, I think the red line is 12,000. So it likes to run at 6 or 7 or 8. So now, I mean, I used to shift and keep it down into 5 or 6,000s, but now I'm always revving it like 6 or 7 or 8,000, pretty much just, and it likes it. It's smoother that way, and it just sounds cool because it's ripping. I mean, it just doesn't, it sounds like something you haven't heard before. So you definitely know it's a different kind of motorcycle. Oh, and here's another thing I forgot. So I did put the sliders on it. These Ducati sliders, they're billet aluminum. So there's one on this side and one on the other side. They're black. I got the red fillers, and these are all aluminum. So the slider part that's replaceable is red. These come in red, black, or yellow or white, I think. But I got the red ones, obviously. And so you can, if you do slide it, you can pull that out and put a new one in. So I haven't 15,000 miles. I haven't had any issues yet. So those were nice, and these are about $500. The exhaust stuff is about 6,000 plus the other stuff, and then the tail tidy was like, I think that was like $500 or $600. And that's well worth it because that's all plug and play. And what else? And then I just did a little bit of vinyl wrap and wrap on the spokes, on the wheels. I mean, oh, here's another thing I love this. I got this backpack here. It's my my frunk. So it's my front trunk. So I could put like, I go to the grocery store, so you put like one bag of groceries in there. It'll fit right in there. This expands. This thing is great. I plan this summer to go on some, I'm gonna go across America trips. Don't know how much that'll film. I'll probably just film like this. I won't have big road trips, but I have a bag also that goes on the back. Kind of like Easy Rider, you know, we had, I'm gonna just like to have the sleeping bag and the clothes. I mean, what else do you need? And then that way it's still a fully functional Ducati, you know. You don't have the big, because I looked at the bags and they just look funny with the big bags. I mean, that's not my style, so I want to keep it racy. So it shifts well. I was just on the freeway. I mean, freeway riding. I was just on some I mean, this thing just rips on the twisties. I mean, I don't know if it's me or the bike, but it's you know, because everyone knows the motor rotates backward, which cancels out the moment of inertia from the wheels. So it just man, it's nice to just carve through the canyons. It's a canyon carver. It's a street burner. I mean, it definitely. I mean, every once in a while I have knuckleheads try to race me on their bikes, and I've never come close to getting beat on this. And I'm not even a racer or a trained dragster guy, or this thing just goes. It's with the quick shifter. I mean, not even full throttle. I'm like half throttle. Usually by second gear, it's over. Because what I usually do is I don't even go for it. I just go normally, and then when I see him racing me, I just pop it up, boom, boom, like, and I'm gone. So it's a pretty nice bike. Oh, with the new, I think I got like 3,000 miles on the exhaust with the up map, and I haven't had any air codes, or because that's what the up map does. It gets rid of the air codes. It gets rid of the butterfly valve adjustment. It makes it where it runs on only 4 cylinders all the time. Oh, and also it gets about, I would say 30 miles a gallon, which is probably the same. So it seems to get about the same gas mileage, like 30 miles a gallon. So when you fill it up, I have a spreadsheet. I should have brought it out here. I think the bike itself, when you fill it up, it says 211 miles, but it's assuming you get like, I think 36. I think it's hardwired in here. So Ducati put the number in there. I'll make another video. I figured it all out and I measured it. So I'm getting 29 to 30 miles per gallon, pretty much however I drive it, freeway or back road or aggressive or not aggressive. It's just one of those high performance engines where it's going to burn as much as it burns, you know. I mean, I guess if I was full racing it on a track, it'd probably burn more, but I don't do that. So anyways, and the brakes are good. I guess I'm coming up to my 1 year tune-up, so I'll take it in. And I mean, the chain's good. I had it only tightened once. It's had its initial service, and it's I think the 10,000 or 9,000. So it's had 2 services. So I mean, the service costs have been very low. And then I have another video that explains the costs and the tires. So I'm gonna get some more tires, so that'll probably be like another $500 or $600. But that's with the tires and everything installed, so it's not too bad. Well, I'm happy with the bike. It runs well. I can't wait to keep riding it, and I'll do the 30,000 mile review here pretty soon. All right, so this is Slow Rider signing out. Everyone keep your wheels down, and have a good one.